All right, everybody, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Welcome to episode 29 of Coaster Cafe. All right. Well, start things off here. I'm drinking some more of the Bones Company or Bones Coffee Company coffee. Pretty sure I've tried all 5 flavors that I have now on my various live streams, but I'm drinking the Electric Unicorn, which is a fruity cereal flavor. It's very good. It's really good stuff. So anybody's interested in trying that out, look up Bones Coffee Company. Not sponsored, just me drinking coffee. Trims a Stanford bird. You're drinking bad diner coffee. Oh no. Diner coffee is usually not very good. Usually not very good. Usually it's just some, cheap run of the mill, I don't know, Folgers or Maxwell House or something. So if you like that stuff, it's fine. But yeah. Okay. I'm going to I'm going to go over we have parks in Denmark are requiring a new disposable mask for every ride. That's pretty interesting. Six Flags Fiesta Texas is testing Daredevil Dive. That I hadn't realized they were even like that far along in constructing it. Paulton's Park is testing their Storm Chaser mock spinning coaster for the new Tornado Springs area. It's a clone of is it Sierra Sidewinder? Is that what it's called at Knott's Berry Farm? It's a clone of that. I think it's opening in 2021, but it is testing now. So they've reopened back up since then, but that's pretty crazy. Wallaby Belgium's 2021 Intamin Mega Coaster is going up very quickly. So coaster going up for 2021 at Wallaby Belgium. There's pictures. I saw this on Screamscape. Pretty awesome looking. So Tato Park is under attack from locals about new coasters once again. The approval that they got for their 2 new Vekoma coasters may be blocked, but a decision will not be known until November. So that's very unfortunate. They took many drastic measures to make sure that um these wouldn't be too noisy for the locals just kind of turn around and slap it back in their face again. It's just it's very disappointing. So uh V Pierre at La Ronde is delayed to 2021. No reservations are required for Cedar Point and Kings Island now. You still have to, follow all the protocols and stuff, but no reservations required now, which just kind of shows that not a lot of people are going to the parks this year. They're not even hitting those limited capacity thresholds. So, Joyland in Texas is set to reopen after storm damage. That's good to hear. Dream Island in Moscow, Russia is now open, and that includes their Shred the Sewers launch coaster by Intamin, which is themed to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I need to look up a video of this and watch it. I don't know much about the ride, but that's awesome. It's an Intamin launch coaster. Um, Silver Dollar Raft Ride. Owners of Dreamworld Australia are being charged with safety report on July 29th. So it says they're being charged with safety breach incident. I don't know much about this incident myself, but yeah. Hollywood Studio theme park is planned for Japan. Six Flags one. Not a big surprise there at all. And the last thing I have, this was some pretty big news yesterday for people in the more into like the theme park sector of things. Halloween Horror Nights is officially canceled for Universal Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood in 2020. Once again, not a big surprise. I mean, if you didn't see this coming, well, yeah, the Halloween Horror Nights is canceled this year. I know a lot of people were getting buffering. Let me try this old trick again. Ooh, okay. I think that looks better, even though it's dark in here. Maybe that. Let's try that out. All right. So, what do you guys think about the news? Wait, Blue Streak is opening back up soon at Cedar Point. Do we have a source for this? I've been pretty disappointed actually, just seeing Blue Streak and Gemini sitting there this year, and even Rougarou. Like I want to get on those rides, and they just been sitting there. Especially Blue Streak and Gemini. I love riding those. So listen to what I say, yo. Good stuff. I appreciate the reference there. Still haven't gotten your Cedar Point book. When was that supposed to arrive? Hmm. Ordered it 8 days ago. Yeah. So, hey, what's up? Hang Time Thrills is in here. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Met him at Cedar Point. Yeah. If guys go check out Hang Time Thrills channel. A lot of you guys probably know him, but if not, go check out his channel. I met him at Cedar Point on last week on Sunday. So very cool dude. Oh, okay. At Cedar Point Wednesday, Gemini and Corkscrew were testing. Okay. Well, Corkscrew has been open. Corkscrew's been operating at least when I've been there. But yeah, Gemini, it's good to hear that Gemini is testing. That's really good news. They gave a 14-day window, but figured that was just the worst case scenario sort of thing. Yeah, okay. Being shipped from Cedar Point, they don't they probably a lot of times they don't even do online um purchase like shipping things, I don't think. So, yeah, it'll probably take a while. I Probably close to 14 days if it hasn't arrived yet. It's already over halfway there, so see, I'm so annoyed because I've been Cedar Point 3 days now. I'm still missing the red side of Gemini, Wicked Twister, Corkscrew, and Blue Street credits. Yeah, well, at least you got like all of like the really good stuff that you want to ride when you go there. At least you got all that. That's good. So I know you don't live too far away, so I'm sure like next year or whatever, if you can't get those this year, you know, I mean, what are you, 3.5 hours away or so? So but yeah, that's definitely frustrating just seeing those huge rides, just sitting there on the midway. All right, anything about the news? Do we want to just anything? There's not really a lot notable in the news. I mean, there's the thing about Dream World Australia, the being charged, for safety breaches. There's that. And then the thing that I thought was the most interesting probably is parks in Denmark requiring the new disposable face mask for every ride. I thought that was kind of crazy. Maybe a little bit too far as the mask policies. Um, but what do you guys think of that? Like, let's talk about some of this. What do you guys think about the mask thing? Besides that, I don't think there's really much worth discussing in depth. Nothing real notable going on as of lately. So refurb Thunder Canyon into Mystic River Falls type ride, then close down Snake River Falls after it opens. I think Snake River Falls is not going to be around for very much longer. I could see it sticking around like another few years, but um, I don't think it's long for this world, honestly. Hang time thrills. I'm going to suggest that you watch a video. I made a video back in October, I believe, where I discussed what coaster I think could potentially take Vortex's spot. I would suggest going to watch that because I go in depth there about all my thoughts. So, but but I wouldn't be too surprised if something like Forbidden Frontier did replace it, even though that'd be disappointing to be honest. So yeah, yeah, okay. So we have some comments about the masks in Denmark requiring a new disposable mask for every ride. Stamford Bridge says disposable masks for every ride. I'm not clear on the point of that, and it seems environmentally terrible. I agree. Overkill for sure. Robert Smith says I agree with that. Um, yeah. Coaster Hour says, but wait, does that mean that you can walk around without a mask? That is not good. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't know. Okay, yeah, but we're not. Yeah, Coaster Chicken. We're not discussing like whether or not parks should require masks. I mean, we're talking about Denmark. They're requiring a new disposable mask for every single ride. So every time you go to get on a new ride, you have to get a brand new disposable mask to wear for that ride. After that ride, you have to change it again. So that's uh that's what we're kind of discussing here. Hey, Mr. Roller Coaster. No, it's all good. Just figured I would clarify that for you. It's all good. All right. Well, um yeah, they should be required. Yeah, they should definitely be required at all parks. Although the new disposable mask for every ride that is overkill for sure in my opinion. All right. Well, we have trivia now. Let's get into the trivia questions. So, a lot of you guys probably saw my new video I put up last night. If not, go check it out after this. But yeah, so I made a video yesterday discussing the four new Intamin concepts that they released, and I talked about something in that video. If you guys saw the video, I discussed something there, and I don't know how many people actually know about this, but I touched on something briefly in that video, and I'm going to ask a question here for trivia. The first trivia question is going to kind of tie into what I talked about in that video. So, the first question here. Let's see. Our first question is there is a Mock Rides single rail roller coaster that opened originally in the late 1950s, around 1957. Where did this Mock Ride single rail roller coaster originally operate permanently, and what was its name? So, if you guys watched the video yesterday, um, I I touched upon that. You know, there was a I showed a picture of a Mock Rides single rail coaster, just to kind of to prove the point that RMC, yeah, okay. Tim K got the name of the coaster right. It's called Meteor. It's spelled EOR instead of IOR, but yeah, it's Meteor. Um, okay, let's see. Tim K says somewhere in New Jersey. Yeah, so the first permanent You like the picture. Thank you. It's not my picture, but obviously, but it's a very cool there's actually a couple pictures of it you can find. There's a link to RCDB. So some people got the answer here. So here's the thing. The Mach Ride single rail coaster has kind of a complicated history. Some of the history is unknown, but Meteor, its first permanent placement in like a permanent part. It says it traveled the German fair circuit prior to coming to the US, and that was in the late 50s, but either 1960 or 1961, one of those seasons, it was just one season. It operated at Wildwood in New Jersey, at a park called Sportland Pier, and then it moved to Freedom Land USA in Bronx, New York, from 1963 until an unknown date, and then Meteor returned to Sportland Pier once again in New Jersey in either 1966 or 1967 and lasted to 1970. So, pretty interesting history. It kind of got thrown around. It was in the German fair circuit. It was originally a traveling coaster. It came to the US, was at the park for one season, got moved to another park in the US. Not sure how long it was there. And then at some point, it opened back up at Sportland Pier once again. And then it closed in 1970. So, yeah, pretty interesting history. I don't think a lot of people necessarily know about it, so I kind of wanted to bring that up here just to kind of, you know, let people know about that if you're not aware. So, let's see. I went on a weird single rail motorcycle coaster in Skyline Park. Weirdest coaster I've ever ridden, I think. Yeah, that sounds intriguing. Yeah, Meteor. Yeah. Meteor looks like a fun ride. And I was reading somewhere online, like on Reddit, I think maybe, somebody said their grandma actually rode that. And she said it was terrifying because there were no restraints. So if that's true, the ride didn't have any restraints. It doesn't look like the most wild ride in layout, but it's very cool looking, a very classic type of ride. I would see I would like to see Mock or somebody do, well, I mean, we have the single rails, which, but just something more old school like that would be cool to see, just as like a traveling coaster or something. But yeah, I would have loved to have ridden Meteor as well. So, all right. Good job, guys. Second trivia question here. I think a lot of you guys might know the answer to this one. Um, the last newly built, so not relocated and opened up, um, in a new location, but the last brand new built aerodynamics mine train, which it's still in its original location. It opened in what year and what was it called? The last brand new built aerodynamics mine train opened in what year and what was it called? Or what is it called? I think you guys know this one. Last ground up aerodynamics mine train built, still in its original location. Where's it at? What's it called? Um, or no, what year did it open and what is it called? Sorry. What year did it open and what is it called? It is not at Silver Dollar City though. Nobody's got it yet. There's a couple good guesses. Um, those are some of the later ones that you guys are guessing, but yeah. Okay, Tim K got it. It is Roadrunner Express. What year did it open? Anybody know what year it opened? It is Roadrunner Express at Six Flags Fiesta No, we don't have the year yet. Not 1999, not 1995. It's somewhere right in the middle of that, though. Somewhere right in the middle of that. Not 2000. 2011, Aerodynamics was already bankrupt for 9 years. So, no. Yes. Okay. Tim K got it again. 1997. So, yes, there is a link to Roadrunner Express for you. Roadrunner Express at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Opened in 1997. It was designed by Alan Schilke. It has 73-foot tall and 38-foot tall lift hills. The length is 2,400 feet. And also notice that most of the ride, besides the lift hill, besides that, all of the ride has the newer style of aerodynamics track, like you can find on Tennessee Tornado. So, yeah, like that's the only aerodynamics mine train that has that newer style of aero track. So there is that. Good job on those trivia questions, guys. Very good. Not a fan of that coaster. Sorry, Shilky. Yeah, it's really interesting to think about the variety of you know coasters that Ellen Shilke has designed, because I didn't realize until today that he designed that mine train. He designed Roadrunner Express, Tennessee Tornado, X2. He designed a couple SNS wooden coasters. And then he designed all the RMCs, obviously. He designed Steel Hog, the El Loco model. Um, so he's really kind of dipped into a lot of different types of rides. We know him for like the crazy stuff that he does, but he's also done more um good things in the industry that are just a little bit more tame than the RMCs. Like he's done a lot of different stuff. So yeah, Ellen Schilke talked about how he got the idea, for 4D coasters from those zipper flat rides. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see. Shilke looks like a member of a 70s prog band. He does. He really does. That's a good point. I never thought about that, but he does look like he's from a 70s prog band. Absolutely. I could see him playing in Rush or something. Shilke looks like Robert Plant. Nah, he doesn't look like Robert Plant. He like Stanford Bridge said, a 70s prog band, I would say. Arrow mine trains are hit or miss for me. Gold Rusher is great. Trailblazer is just okay. And Mine Ride is terrible. Mine Ride to me is just very okay. It's pretty mediocre, just an all right family coaster, I guess. The one at Carowinds, the Carolina Gold Rusher, I thought that was okay. Um, the end of it was pretty fun, pretty tame though. But Adventure Express at Kings Island, I love Adventure Express. So let's see. It's a mine train with non-inverting looper track rather than hybrid. Yep, that is true. It's really weird. It's a weird one for sure. Coaster Daddy is the best. Well, thank you. He's gone now. uh, okay. The helix at the end of Mine Ride is awesome. I do love the helix. Yeah. The helix at the end of Mine Ride is really good. I'll agree with that. Some good laterals there. So I really like Adventure Express, even if it's not popular. Yeah, I agree. I think Adventure Express is a superb my train. So Let's see. Although many find aero mine trains to be on the lower end of enjoyment, I find them to be really fun and relaxing coasters. Hey, that's fine. That's all good. Um, I certainly don't think they're bad rides. I mean, I haven't been on a lot of the better mine train coasters, but I think some of them legitimately look like really good rides. Like Thunderation looks amazing. Not like, amazing as in like in a top tier coaster or anything, but looks like a really good ride. So Time to Ride Chaos, nice, nice. My favorite flat ride. The magic seat on my ride is car 4, row 3, left side. I'll I'll try to remember that. I don't know if I can remember that, but I'll try. Car 4, row 3, left side. Okay. Let's see. Unpopular opinion: Aero loopers are better than B&M floorless coasters. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see. I'd ride any Aero mine train any day over Coast Rider. Yeah, looks terrible. All right. Yes. So, what do we have here? Has anyone went to Kings Island this year? Is it a mess? Kings Island has been operating very well from what I can see. I was there on the first day and they did a really good job, even though I waited 4 hours for Orion. But since then, I've heard that there haven't been a lot of people there. People have been riding Orion over and over and over, and they've been enforcing everything very well. So, see, Mine Train Olven at Bakken is an amazing mine ride. Let's look that up. Let me look that up. That is Mine Train Olven. Okay. Train Olven at Bakken. That is an Intamin amusement rides. Mine Train, opened in 1997. Um, oh, wow. Look at that drop. That drop looks steep. That's like a really sharp, it's a steep drop for a mine train coaster. Wow, that looks awesome. That drop like into the looks like it drops into like a ravine right there. That is really cool looking. 60 feet tall, so the height is very nice looking family coaster there. Very nice looking. Built by Intamin. Okay. If Cedar Fair still worked with Intamin, the Infinity would be a great replacement for Coast Rider. Yeah, yeah, it would. Yeah, no problem, Jonathan. Hope you have a good time there. Let's see. Mine Train Ulven has good drops and forceful turns. It's almost seems unfair to compare it to old mine trains. Yeah, I mean, it looks way different. I mean, it's designed by Intamin. Looks way different from the old Aero mine trains. Nothing like it really, besides the general theme and that it's a family, coaster, but kind of looks like a family coaster anyway. Thrilling family coaster. Go to Holiday World on a weekday this year. My longest wait was 10 minutes. Got 5 rides on Raven, 4 on Voyage, 3 on Legend, and 2 on Thunderbird. Nice, nice. Thoughts on Canopy Lake Park? Don't know a whole lot about it. It looks like a pretty nice small park, though. Some classic rides. Just want to watch your stream. Sure. uh, and I left my hands up on mine train, Ulvin, and they thwacked tree branches several times. That doesn't sound very safe. Just like on a Hades 360, they tell you to keep your hands down, and that's for a very good reason because you very likely will whack your hand on a metal support. So that does not sound enjoyable. I'll be going to Cedar Point on Tuesday, so has experience on weekdays really been as good as people are saying. I haven't been there on a weekday yet, but I imagine it's probably not too busy there, hasn't been very busy this year. I was there last Sunday and the crowds were, I mean, it was decently crowded throughout most of the day, but it was very manageable. It wasn't like a normal weekend in July, nothing like that. So, I mean, I rode Steel Vengeance 4 times, Millennium Force 2 times, and Maverick 2 times when I was there. So, that should tell you something. And they're only open 11 to 8, so good afternoon, Coaster Daddy. Thank you very much, Thunder Wolf. Good to have you here again. Hey, no problem. You've hit your hand on a support in Space Mountain at Magic Kingdom. I've never had an experience like that, and hopefully I don't. Doesn't sound enjoyable. So it's crazy that there are even rides where there is not enough of a clearance. It's kind of nuts. Yep. 12:37 here. Yep. Yeah, that is surprising for Disney. I agree. Yeah, Vortex is really weird. Yeah. It's weird that Vortex is not there. It just the park looks kick the Dementor on Forbidden Journey. I don't even know what the Dementor is. Guessing an animatronic or something. 6'2", had your hands up all the way. Probably my yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think they'll get a pretty solid replacement for Vortex. I think so. Valraven has a horrible rattle this year. Oh, I haven't been on it this year yet. I don't even know if I will get on it this year, but the name of the legendary coaster in Bahrain, extremely tight clearances all the way through. I don't know. I don't know what coaster that is. Bahrain. Let me look that up. There's only 5 parks in the country. Bahrain. This Zamperla. It's not that. Not Super Train. Um, Jungle Storm? You're talking about Jungle Storm, I think. Yeah, okay, it is Jungle Storm. Okay. And unfortunately, that closed. So closed in 2018, but it's only 623 feet long. But it's that, if you guys don't know, it's that PAX indoor coaster that had like, I remember Canada Coaster fan, Rip, used to rave about those PAX rides all the time. That's actually where I found out about these rides from Canada Coaster fan. And there's a link to Jungle Storm right there by PAX. That was in Bahrain, and yeah, apparently PAX made some really wicked. They look like kiddie coasters, but they're not really. They're pretty wild experiences from what I hear. So, but yeah, some of those clearances on Jungle Storm just look absolutely insane for sure. There's like some crazy tight turns. There's like this weird like an outer bank type of thing. Yeah, it looks pretty wild. I mean, looking at the layout now, I've seen a POV. The lift hill looks steep. Wow. Looked like a top 40 coaster on Earth. It could have been. Yeah, yeah. Canada Coaster fan. He used to rave about Jungle Storm and all these other PAX coasters, and he had a couple POVs on his channel. I know there was another one he rode too that was pretty wild looking. So yeah, Kitty family coasters on crack. See, Mind Blower at Fun Spot has to be the most compact family coaster I've been on. Yeah, Gravity Group is, they always do a phenomenal job. I've seen Wild Train. Yeah, Wild Train is the other one that Canada Coaster fan used to talk about, and he had a POV of that one. I have seen that. See, hello, Dagan. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. So, let's see. Wild Train is also sick, but it's a very specific one. I forget what park it is. Yeah, I don't know. But what do you guys think about overall, like, okay, I made the video discussing the Intamin concepts. What's up, Meg Meg? The Intamin concepts, I think that they look very cool. Hopefully, hopefully this came across well in my video that I released last night. I hope this is what came across, but what I was trying to get at is that I think the new Intamin concepts look they look nice. They look like really good rides. They look great even. The hot racer um and the vertical LSM coaster, they look like phenomenal rides for what they are, especially the hot racer. Doesn't look nearly as like whippy or insane as like the transitions and stuff are on the RMC single rails, but that's fine. It's a different experience. It is more along the lines of like a West Coast racer probably, which is fine. Um so I think the concepts look very good. Now, the water concepts, I'm not a huge fan of water rides in general. I think they look pretty cool, but it is pretty disappointing. The one is pretty much a copy of the Mach Power Splash, and that and the other one, once again, it looks cool, but it also just looks like a modified shoot the shoots basically. And as people have pointed out, those Intamin water rides have been an absolute disaster in the past. So I don't even know why they're trying to explore that concept again. Hopefully these they can pull off much better. But overall, I don't think it's necessarily bad that they're doing similar concepts to other coasters. They're doing their own take on them, and I think they'll be providing something that other markets will be very interested in. I don't even know if we'll ever see any of those in the US, but I think like other markets like Asia, maybe Europe, I think other places are going to be much more in tune with what Intamin is trying to achieve with those models. So, yeah, pretty much all a lot of the coaster YouTubers made a video about it. So, and I was when as soon as I heard about it, I was wanting to make a video, so I hurried up and recorded it and tried to get it up quick last night. So, let's see. I think when Cedar Point removes Wicked Twister, they could replace it with Intamin Vertical LSM and potentially get the first in the world if they do. I highly disagree with that. I'll tell you why. Capacity, number one reason. Well, one of the major reasons, capacity. Not a good capacity coaster for Cedar Point, and Wicked Twister is not either. But Wicked Twister isn't popular anymore either. Number two, Intamin, Cedar Fair. I don't expect them to be working with Intamin anytime soon if they ever do again. So it's Intamin. Third, I just don't it just doesn't work. It just the capacity and the type of ride that it is, it's just not something that Cedar Point is looking to get, I don't think. So Stanford Bird says they look like fun rides, but it's disappointing how imitative they all are. I agree, I think there are many positive things about them, but or at least most of the concepts, or at least half of them, I should say. The two regular coaster concepts, they look great, but yeah, they're very much imitating other models in a way, which is kind of disappointing for Intamin. But I think it has to do with like where the industry's at right now. I think a lot of people are there's a lot of demand for cheaper alternatives and like easily cloned models that can just kind of be plopped down somewhere. There's a lot of rides that are like bang for your buck, and I think Intamin is trying to get a slice of that pie. I don't blame them. I don't blame them for doing it. I think they look like good rides still. So, do I think they'll be more successful than the Raptors? No, I don't think so. Honestly, definitely not in the U.S. See, I think they fell into the trap Gordon Horse fell into. They have to build what parks want, even if that means rides that other manufacturers make. That's a very good point. I think that is true to some extent. Like I said, there's a huge demand for those kinds of rides right now, and parks want to buy that kind of stuff. And Intamin, I think, is probably trying to just deliver their own take on that, so they can appeal to more buyers. I mean, it's a business. That's what businesses do. See, Stanford Bird says it just doesn't seem like Intamin. They're bold innovators. 100%. I definitely agree. Um, Now, we don't know that the Raptors are cheaper than the Intamin model, but it's pretty likely. It's pretty likely that the Intamin model will be more expensive because it's Intamin. Cedar Point converting Raptor to an RMC Raptor. Oh gosh. Sounds kind of cool actually. Love Raptor though. Boardwalk Bullet looks amazing. Clone rides will definitely be the new norm. I mean, I feel like it kind of has always been like a norm to some extent, but it's definitely more popular now. I think, and thankfully, the clones are so much better than they used to be. So, used to be SLCs and boomerangs and wacky worms. So, Golden Horse imitates because it is what parks ask them to do. Yeah, I mean, I think they have to be held accountable to some extent, though. You know, they don't have to accept those projects. You know, they could steer their business in a more unique direction. I mean, I understand your point, and I understand why they feel pressured to do that, but they don't have to. You know, why does Diamondback run empty trains? There's no way it goes down that often. I'm not sure exactly what you mean there. Have you ridden the red one? The red what? Let's see. At least they are a little different than with the launches and the dueling. Yeah, I mean, RMC could do all that too, you know, and I kind of mentioned that in my video, but you know, I think Intamin is trying to differentiate themselves by marketing those, you know, those pre-made layouts with like launches and dueling concepts and things like that. So RMC could do that though. They could. Expedition G-Force, one of the best in the world. Yeah. See, I still have packs pulled up here. They built 37 roller coasters. PAX built 37 roller coasters. Looks like they still have quite a few of them operating. Probably at least half of them are still operating. They have one called Crazy Train. Here's one called Wild Train, but I don't think it's the same Wild Train we were talking about earlier. Here we go. Wild Train at Fantasiana. Opened in 2005. It's a very cool looking ride. Nice color scheme. Wow. I've never seen a kiddie coaster with that many wheels keeping it on the track. See, my friend says Diamondback is closed because of a technical issue the most, and it scared me. It's my favorite ride. I never see it closed really. It was closed like once or twice when I've been there for a short time, but watch a video of Ozzy riding Steel Vengeance. Oh gosh. Let's see. Do you think the Intamin Swiss Bob model is a copy of Flying Turns? And do you think Mach copied Intamin with her bobsled model? Yeah, I think Mach probably copied Intamin. I think the Mach ones did come later, so yeah. And I mean, yeah, essentially Intamin did copy the Flying Turns, just made it into a steel coaster, and it was a reborn concept of an old coaster model. So I get what point you're making. They were copying rides, I guess, but at that point there were no rides like that in the world. So $163. Holy crap. Dream Island in Russia, $163. Wow. Yikes. That I don't I don't think anything is worth that. I don't. I don't think any park is worth that. Even a Disney park, sorry. Sharon. It's a debacle. They'll need to lower the price. There's no way it should be pricier than Disney Park. I agree. I'm gonna look up that Dream Island. Two roller coasters, a Fabrice spinning mouse, and of course, the Intamin launch coaster. Uh, I need to see videos of this. Nothing. Let's see. Yeah, Tokyo Disney Sea is only $70 in US, so that's pretty darn good. That's pretty awesome. I feel that Dream Island is kind of a status place to visit for Moscow billionaires and would be wealthy. Okay. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any input on that, so maybe. I mean, it could be. All right. Do I watch any TV or Netflix? Not a whole lot lately. I've watched more TV than I have in the past few years at all. I've watched The Office recently. Me and my wife, me and my wife, we like to watch The Office, Queer Eye. Um, what else? Just I like light show. I don't like anything super serious for the most part. One of my favorite shows, if not my favorite show, is Dexter, but I still need to finish Dexter. Like, I need to finish the last two seasons. It's been like over a year since I watched it, but yeah, I love Dexter, Shameless. Lately I've watched The Office and Queer Eye. Like I said, we watch like forensic shows sometimes. I enjoy documentaries sometimes. I enjoy a good documentary about like music or amusement parks, or if there are any about that. So, do I think the 2021 Cedar Fair Platinum Pass will be cheaper for Gold Pass members who already are getting the Gold Pass free next year? No, I don't think so. I guess not. I don't think it would be any cheaper. Let's see. Tokyo Disney Sea for 2 days for 139, or Dream Island 1 day for 163. Yeah, pretty nuts. Pretty nuts for sure. I've been to Russia 4 times and never been on a coaster there. Gotta change that next time. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely gotta change that. That's crazy. Do I watch El Toro Ryan? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One of my favorite channels. Absolutely. Yeah, Russia does look like a really cool country. I I find it hard to picture myself going to a new country without wanting to ride a roller coaster, you know? I like for me that's crazy to think about. So, but definitely understandable. So, let's see. The country of Russia has 196 operating roller coasters it looks like. Yeah. Yep. 196 operating roller coasters in Russia. So, decent amount, you know, not too shabby. I do watch GP2 Enthusiast, yes. Was at Palace Playland the week El Toro Ryan was there and nice? Block sections, of course. All right, guys. Well, we just hit an hour, and I think I'm going to end episode 29 of Coaster Cafe here. I feel like we've pretty much covered everything, and I want to thank you guys so much once again for joining me here. Really appreciate it. It's always fun, you know, doing trivia and talking about whatever in the industry. Um, so yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys again next week for episode 30 of Coaster Cafe. And yeah, episode 30 next week. It's crazy. So thank you guys so much once again for joining. I'll try to get another video out, you know, in the next few days. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And also, before I go, um, go check out if you have not yet. I was on Coast to Coaster, which is from the Off the Rails network. The Off the Rails guys have a podcast called Coast to Coaster, and just a few days ago they put out the episode which features me, and we have a lot of good discussion about just life in general and roller coasters. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple Podcasts, I believe. So go check that out if you haven't. It's I think you guys will enjoy it. So um once again, thank you guys for joining, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.